JMO887 wants to know, when will the Q&A be on YouTube? Right now! What is going on, guys? I am Jahova. Welcome to some Momentum gameplay on Advanced Warfare here. I'm using that fun little burst gun that I can never... Is that the ARX? I think it's the ARX. But anyways, I'm beasting some bitches up in here right now, but we're going to do a Q&A. I reached out to you guys on Twitter earlier today, and I said, hey, ask me some questions. I'm going to make a Q&A video. You guys never fail to come through with all kinds of really good questions. So here we go. Let's dive right into it. First question, Tammy asks, how are you spending Christmas? I actually already had some family come down over the weekend, today being Monday. Saturday we went over, we hung out all day, we ate some foods, we talked, we watched some... well, actually, every time, like, Christmas comes around, I think back whenever I was a kid and, like, stuff that I did as I was a kid, and I remembered, like, old cartoons that I used to watch, and one of those being, like, I don't remember why, but the little cousins from, if you guys remember Donald Duck, right? Donald Duck's little nephews, their names are Huey, Louie, and Dewey. I don't know if you know, but there's this one cartoon where they have like an epic battle on like giant ice ships, and for some reason I remembered this cartoon and I found it on YouTube, and I found out that that cartoon's from like the 1940s. It's pretty crazy, but so it ended up being me and my cousins like sitting around and watching like really old nostalgic Christmas cartoons. It was pretty cool. We also played some cards and just had a good time. And then yesterday, Sunday, we had Christmas with some of our family. They live a few hours away, so they had to drive in early. You know, it's kind of hard to do things right around Christmas, so we had Christmas yesterday. All my little cousins got to open presents. Some of them got some Nerf guns, and it was a hell of a lot of fun. Just, you know, spending time with family is always good. So, and I have like the next 3 weekends I have Christmases lined up, so I'm very busy for the holidays, but I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. So next question, we have Jonah. Jonah wants to know, if you could design the new Call of Duty, what would you add and what would you take out? That's a good question. If I could have enough input to like actually make change in Call of Duty, I would think, you know, Call of Duty's always had one thing really right, and that's just the controls. Like, some shooters you pick up and you're like, this just doesn't feel right. Destiny was one of those. Destiny like worked, but I just never feel like the controls were what they needed to be. It was a little bit clunky. The melees were weird, and, you know, just the aiming and everything was just a little bit weird, but all in all, a good game. Like, Call of Duty's always had, like, the controls, the movement, everything feels right. Another game that has that is Halo. Those two games, for whatever reason, they just feel the best to me. So, that's something you know, that they've got, they don't need to worry about. As far as change, I don't know, you know, the kill streaks I definitely think are better in Advanced Warfare. I think they could still be a little bit more fun. I think they're afraid to put big game-changing kill streaks in games anymore, which I don't understand. People love the shit out of Chopper Gunner, AC-130, you know, all that good stuff, so I wish they would kind of bring back some of that stuff maybe, but all in all, you know, I'm pretty happy with Advanced Warfare, and I wouldn't change too much. I do enjoy it, but I would like to see an older era, like World War II, come back. I think that would be fucking sweet. I don't know, some people don't want to see that. I don't understand why. I love World War II shooters, and I don't see a problem with it. Wolfenstein just came out, and that was kind of a hybrid, like, old, like, I don't know, it was awesome. But anyways, next question. What is your wholesome 89? Okay, wants to know what's your shoe size and what type do you wear? My shoe size is 14, which makes it really fucking difficult to find shoes. When I was younger, I didn't give a shit. I got whatever my mom bought me. You know, we didn't have the most money growing up, so it was just whatever we could find, because honestly, if you go to a shoe store, you know, a lot of times you'll be able to find like 3 or 4 different types of shoes in my size, and that's about it. So, you know, I didn't have many options anyways, and I was the kind of kid that I didn't really care what I wore. Like, I wasn't all about, like, I didn't have to have name brand shit, so I didn't care. Now, you know, I like to wear basically Nikes and, you know, whatever's comfortable. That's about it. I'm having Joel try to help me out with my shoe game, but yeah, so let's see who else we got. Screen2 Crush wants to know, what is the game you dislike the most, but play it just because of the crew? I think we all know the answer to that question, and that would be DayZ. DayZ can be fun to fuck around with because the concept is kind of cool. However, travel in that game takes 19 fucking years. There's no map to where you can find your fucking friends, and it's the glitchiest piece of shit on the internet. So for those reasons, you know, like I said, it's fun to fuck around with. I think the social aspect of it is what I actually enjoy the most. But as far as like guns not working, things like, oh, okay, so you can climb over certain things that are only 6 inches tall, but if it's waist height, you can't climb over it in DayZ. But yet, so that would be like an element of realism being neglected, in my opinion, right? Like you can climb over something that's even above your head. But yet, you know, they go balls to the walls on certain elements of realism, like your shoes need to be changed when your feet hurt. I just don't understand where they're going with it. I understand it's an early game, it's not even beta yet, but like, Jesus fucking Christ, whoever's making that game, like, decide what's important. Like, no one, if you ask me, who gives a shit about changing your shoes when your fucking feet hurt in a video game? That's the stupidest shit ever. But would I like to climb over something that's waist height? Fuck yes! Just make the game work, and then I might enjoy it. Anyways, next question. We're going to go to Jacob here. Jacob wants to know, who's going to get the best present for Crew Christmas? I am really, really excited for KWR Speedy's present. I got him something what I think is pretty cool, pretty funny, and maybe he might even be able to make a video out of it. That's all I'm going to really say, but all in all, I'm really excited for everybody's presents. I think I got everybody some pretty cool stuff. So yeah, I'm just excited for Crew Christmas in general. Next question. What made you want to be a YouTuber? So, I picked this question because nothing really ever made me want to be a YouTuber. It just kind of was something that happened. You know, some of you guys have probably heard this story before, but I played video games all my life pretty much, and as I was a teen, you know, I kind of started stumbling across like Halo 2 videos and stuff, Halo 1 videos online, and then, you know, I discovered YouTube through that, and I was like, wow, this stuff's cool, and I play video games with my friends, and stuff happens that's kind of cool, so I wanted to record it, and I started recording in various different really, like, rigged ways, and then I would throw the clips on YouTube to share with my friends and just to rewatch myself. And before you knew it, I had friends that were doing the same thing, and then we kind of started getting a fan base that enjoyed watching those videos, and it just ended up being something that happened. So never really set out to be a YouTuber. It was just something that came along, and now I'm happier than ever. Like, I absolutely love it. So Evo wants to know, any idea when the whole crew will attend an event together? Yes, we will be giving you guys some more information here very shortly. Next month, we're actually going on 2 trips, one of which will be at MLG Aspen for the X Games, and another one will be an event for Smite, and we will be giving more information on that soon. So, yeah. Killicoust, my mod, wants to know, if you could change your username, Jehovah's Witness, to anything else, what would it be? So, if you guys have heard me talk about it before, you know, I had this name because whenever I was really, really young and I made my Xbox Live account, I thought it'd be funny as if whenever in Halo you kill somebody, it would say, you were killed by a Jehovah's Witness. I thought that was hilarious, so I made that my name. Now it's stuck, and, you know, this is kind of like my job and everything, and now it's kind of weird that my name is Jehovah's Witness, and, you know, if I were to change it to anything before I used that, I had the name, just whenever we were, like, playing on LANs, you know, I had the name Heads Up. It was just H-E-A-D-S space up. So maybe Heads Up, but it's not like I can ever change now anyways. So, yeah. Are you ever going to have a meetup in like Kansas City or somewhere near there? Says the DOS or that ass. Oh yeah, that ass. Okay. That's something that Legion and I have actually talked about. You know, there's nothing set in stone, but it's something that we've talked about and we're interested in. We've actually had some ideas of maybe like contacting a LAN center in the area and saying, hey, you know, we want to bring out our fans and have like a whole day of just like playing games with our fans. But that's just like I said, that's just something that we've talked about, and but yeah, maybe. Maybe. Okay, Annihilator Gamer wants to know, if you weren't doing YouTube, what job would you have either done or liked to have done? So if I weren't doing YouTube, I would say that I'd probably still be doing the job that I had previously, which was being, you know, I was a cook, and I mean, I did a lot of things for the restaurant that I worked at. You know, I was basically management without the title, and I traveled around and I opened the new stores that they opened in that chain of restaurants, and you know, so more than likely, you know, it was a pretty good paying job. I did very well, you know, for being at a restaurant, I guess you would say. So and as much as I bitched about it, I enjoyed it, so I'd probably still be there. What would I have liked to have done? I've always wanted to do something with like explosives and stuff, but that's a very like, that's something that you want to do, but it's not just like, oh, I found a job being a pyrotechnician. That's something that you have to like set out to do, and I never really had my eyes on college, so who knows. No. Okay, next question. Anthony wants to know, how long have you need on YouTube? So I'm trying to, I think he was trying to say, how long have you been on YouTube? I have been on YouTube for, well, since, let's see, since May 23rd, 2006. It's been a long, long road. Also, we have Senpai. Senpai wants to know, I don't know why I read it like that. Senpai wants to know, will Speedy ever open the box? Senpai, I don't know. I just don't know. I really hope that he would open the box. I sent it as a friend, as a colleague, as a lover, and he's denied the box. But only time will tell. I want to thank you guys for coming out to this Q&A. I love you, and I will talk to you soon.
All my mail still gets sent up north. I ain't shut down the office, I set up more. I've been on the road, cashing checks, check the cash, pay the bill, keep it shut when I get asked. Now I hate authority figs. These shows make me wanna date sorority chicks. I don't really think I'm a player, but my stats back it. I'ma be the Cinderella in my tax bracket. Boom, shaka, flocka with the flame, tube sock rocker, fresh like Banaka. Been places, seen faces too, but my favorites are them dead presidents. Why I got the most fans and the least presses? Lord bless us, we just wanna live, we just want it all, cause we just wanna give. And if I ever see the words that ends, better start with div. Know what I'm saying? Might put it down for these shows, no delaying. Got the lingo, they don't know what we saying.